Alright, y'all, had some technical difficulties, but I think we got it sorted out. I'm back working on this horror sculpt today. I've got my microphone kind of precariously set up, so hopefully this isn't terrible. We'll see how things go. I am going to go ahead. I'll make this a little bit louder. This is the music for today. This is my boy Element, who just dropped a new track yesterday called Arrhenius. So we're going to bump that shit. And yeah, I'm just going to have his stuff bumping on repeat. If you like what you hear while I'm streaming, go ahead. Give him a follow. It's Element on SoundCloud. That's the boy. Alright. So I did model the feet off camera. I actually just copied some feet I already had and, you know, brought them in. I will go ahead and like subdivide it and rough it up a little bit probably, just because that's pretty clean right now. And we kind of want something a little bit dirtier just to kind of match the rest of the sculpt, you know. Dig out that arch maybe and just add a little bit of character to this foot. I think it's gonna help a lot. Same thing to the other one. Oh, and the other thing I'm gonna do with these feet for sure is mask out the nails and make them longer the same way I did with the fingernails earlier. So I'm gonna just mask that out. And I'll invert the mask, place my manipulator, just do something like that, and then I'll smooth it a little bit. And we're just gonna do something like that for all these toenails, get them nice and gross and scary. And to be completely honest with y'all, I think I might have said this already, but I just grabbed some nails that I already had, or some feet that I already had, and copied and pasted them over from a different project, because I did not feel like sculpting feet from scratch today. But if any of y'all are watching this and want the original Sculpt files that have these nice pre-made feet, let me know. I'm gonna just make these kind of pointed, nice and spooky. Yep, I'm just gonna do that for all these suckers. One nail at a time, and I'll do it on the other foot too. Just making it nice and scary. Yeah, that's pretty close. Bring it up a little bit like that. And we'll see how well these 3D print. There's a very good chance I'm gonna try to 3D print this and they're just gonna snap right off when I'm like breaking off the supports, but if it does work, it is a nice little detail to have. Yank that on out. Yeah, there we go. And that's pretty good. The thumbnails really wonky. I might fuck with that a little bit.
We all know that feeling. You finally managed to get away on vacation, and the worrying starts. Will that bogus
yeah, look at that scary shit. And I might also do something like
finally find your old hide-a-key rock? That's where ADT
I might grab the clay brush and just kind of make these tendons a little bit more extreme.
Giving you real peace of mind, because vacation is supposed to be, you know, relaxing. Don't settle for
kind of forgetting.
Visit ADT.com today to learn more.
When it's time to scale your
Oh, that's right.
it's time for Shopify.
That's right. It's like one. This kind of goes all the way to the toe. and then this branches
Stack
out
more
into
sales
those
with the
other
best converting checkout on the planet.
foot
Track your cha-chings from every channel, right in one spot.
extensors. But
And
yeah,
turn
I'm just
real-time
gonna
reporting into big-time opportunities.
get in these feet and kind
Take
of
your business
nasty
to a
them
whole
up a
new
little
level.
bit.
Switch to Shopify. Start your free trial today.
And I'll smooth them, but I'll try to not over smooth them, which I might have just done a little bit. But yeah, I just want them to be nice and scary and nasty looking, you know? I can also maybe make this ain't element. Is this element? This ain't element. What the fuck is this? Come on now. Come on now. I'm trying to bump the boy, and that's it. It's alright. Those are some pretty nasty looking, scary looking ass feet. I could also separate the toes a little bit. Yeah, these are all just the same poly group, but I could like well, maybe I won't worry about it. Yep, and I'll just go do the same thing on the other foot real quick. So we'll mask out. Whoops. There we go. Mask out the toenail, invert the mask, grab our transpose tool, and just yank this puppy out. Yep, nice. Just do that one nail at a time. And you can see I'm not really being too precious about it. I'm just kinda masking it out real quick, yanking it out real quick. Oh shit, whoops. Gotta make sure I clear my mask first. So I'm not yanking them both out the way I just was. There we go. Invert. Drag it out. Clear it. Paint it. Invert it. Grab our manipulator. And then same thing with this foot, just gonna dirty it up a little bit. So I'll just come in with my clay buildup and sort of rough that out. I'm gonna add more divisions in this one too, it looks like. Yeah, there we go. And God, I might even solo this just so I can look at it a little bit better. Yep, do something like this. Fake all these little foot extensors real quick. Hollow that out. We can fake that bone real quick. Just make all this a little bit uglier. Hollow out the arc a little bit. Maybe push out the foot pads. Smooth it a little bit. Just making it not look so clean, making it nice and scary and fucked up looking. Yeah, those are some gnarly feet. I probably should pose the toes, but maybe I'll just at least pose the big toe, just to break them up a little bit. So I'll grab my mask lasso, mask out that big toe, and try to make sure I'm only grabbing the big toe. I think I fucked that up a little bit. Just want to make sure I'm not accidentally grabbing that other toe at all. Yeah, now I can just grab this and kind of rotate it back a little bit. rotate it in a little bit too, just to change the pose up a little bit from the other one. Always when you move stuff like that, you kind of got to smooth it out again after, and then I can build up that extensor and that knuckle again. So we can do something like that. Yeah, now it's just a little bit different than the other one. And we could even, maybe I'll even like curl in the pinky toe or something, just to push it even further. So let me see if I can get to a good angle where I can select this by itself. That should work for us. Grab that, invert it, grab my transpose tool. We'll curl this kind of in like that towards the other one. Get rid of our mask, smooth it out, smooth it out. Smooth out these nails while I'm over here. And then same thing, I'll just grab my clay brush and sort of rebuild that back up just to make sure it's staying nice and rough and spooky looking. What else do we have going on here? We would have our tibialis anterior, I think kind of all up against that shin bone. And the muscles on the other side are pretty small from the front view. I think that's about all we'll see. Maybe I will go ahead and yank that foot out, but odds are when I'm trying to scrape out the supports, I won't be able to get under there anyways, but we'll see, just in case. I don't really know how good the 3D printers I'm going to be working with are. This will be my first time using them out in Savannah. It'll be a new printer than the one I've been used to back in Wyoming, so. Yeah, those feet are looking wicked gnarly though. Look at them, they're fucking gross. Which is good, that's what we want. Okay, so I think I'm pretty good with her feet. Pretty happy with this dress too. What I might do though is just grab it and push it all in closer towards the feet. There's like no reason really to have it be going all the way out there. I don't want it touching that rope probably, but I can just, yeah, get it all kind of nice and tight by those feet. And let's see, I'm gonna turn my tree back on. We do want to make sure the dress stays nice and in contact with that tree all the way around. Yeah, I just want all this to really get smushed and 3D modeled together. Having that all be solid, I think is gonna be a pretty like critical little anchor point. And I'm also worried that this branch actually isn't like thick enough to support all that weight. But
crafted with care for people with taste.
We'll see.
That's why Cayman Jack is America's
I think with supports it should all work out for me. I think it'll be all right. But you know what I could do actually, if I'm worried about it, I'll just grab this tree and I'll just make all that a lot bigger. Make this a little bit stronger, a little bit more weight bearing. And God, I can get into this tree. I can make this tree a lot nicer. I might even add some subdivisions. I had done in my original drawing, I kind of wanted to like fake it, like there was like vaguely like faces in the trees. So if I came in and like hollowed out some like eyes and some like screaming like mouth shapes maybe, just like real quick, that could be kind of cool. Make something real screamy and anguished. Even like maybe like, I don't know if we'd want like teeth. That might be like overkill, but right. We still want to make sure it all flows the same way. Don't gotta make it so obvious, but just kind of like a little hidden face in there. Kind of fun. We could even like make some like horns coming off of it almost. So it's almost like a scary, like satanic face hidden in the trees. I just want to make sure it's not too heavy-handed and like doesn't ruin the overall flow of the tree. Like I still want it to read like it's a tree, but there we go. It's kind of like it's a big anguished face. And I wonder if we could hide another one, like right up next to it, or even like kind of all the way around it. Or we can even come over here and do like, we can do like a skull hidden in the tree maybe, so like just real quickly kind of sculpt out that skull shaped. Might go even smaller with my brush so I can. We got eye sockets, it's where the nose recedes. In there. Skull would kind of. I think that's like the temporalis or whatever. I don't know, actually I don't know what the skull landmarks are called. We can definitely like just make like a spooky ass skull kind of embedded in this tree. And maybe I'll make some of this a little bit more solid. There we go, we got that eye bone. Kind of dig that out. Maybe we could even like hint at like a whole ass lower jaw over here. Again, it's just gonna be a matter of balancing. Like, okay, like that's a skull shape, but it's like obviously still part of the tree. Like, I think that face is hitting a pretty good balance. This, I think I want that mouth to be like even more skull-like, so I'm gonna get a really small and actually go in and like kind of just do some real janky teeth real quick. Maybe I'll add another layer of subdivisions too. Just do something kind of spooky. Alright. Get kind of like a jawbone.
Ready to order.
Come in.
Yeah. We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card, so let's just get one of everything.
Everything?
Fire everything. The
And then I'll come through
table 27 and they're earning
and just
unlimited 3% cash back.
make sure it's all flowing
Had a feeling you'd want
with the
3%
natural
cash back on
flow
dessert.
of the tree, so we're kind of burying
Unlimited 3% cash
that
back on
skull
dining
I
and
just
entertainment
sculpted,
with
but you
the
can
Capital
see
One
it's
Saver
still
card. Capital
like
One. What's in your
hidden in there. And maybe I'll even grab like a move brush and like make it all angry and scary and twisted and tormented. Pinch these teeth in. Grrr. Look at that. Oh yeah, spooky. Yeah. I think I fucked that eye up a little bit too much, so I'm just gonna dig out some more of that. Yeah, and now it's like, it like is still a tree, but like if the light hits it just right, it's a big scary skull face in the tree. Look at that shit. This thing can also look a little bit angrier and more anguish, so I'll do something like that. And we'll just kind of keep doing the same thing all the way around. So maybe this one I'll do like a smaller little nose in the middle. No. And this will, like, I mean, without angering people, doing like the smaller nose will make it read more female, hypothetically. And then same thing, hollow out the eyes first. And we could even, we'll really push like the feeling that it's like a different gender than the other face is if I give it hair. And I'm not saying that all long hair is on women or all short hair is on men. I have very long hair and I myself am a man, but these are the sort of markers that we use to identify people at a glance. So in art, I gotta work with and exploit those cultural expectations to get people to read shit the way I want it to read at a glance. And so, all that was a big rant to say one big way to differentiate will be if I kind of do like hair. If I give like a screaming, like long-haired face. It's gonna read a little bit more feminine. Oh, this though, this is kind of looking like Jesus or something at this point. Same thing, just sculpt out. Could even do something so it's more like a 3/4 than a direct.
Oh, you haven't? Alright, wait, bitch, 2-4 baby king, fucking me. I am here, ho, ice cream, booger, color, piss, Sub-Zero.
I got demonetized last time I played this remix, so I'm gonna skip it, although I really like it. I'm gonna change that one up. What? What? Come on now. very screaming though again. So let's like hollow that out. There we go. That angle looks not right at all, but viewed from the right direction. Look at that. Cool, now I'm gonna do the same thing, just try to get it to blend into that tree better. So, let me zoom out and just find the natural flow of the tree again. Now I'm just gonna very gently build over the top of that face I just sculpted and get it to follow the overall flow of the tree again. So you can see it's still in there. Still screaming, but it's back following the flow of the overall tree again. And this is actually coming out way cooler than I anticipated. So I might do a couple more of these. Maybe I'll do another big skull in here. Kinda looks like there wants to be one already the way it is. So let's hollow this out. Push out the cheekbones. Pull in the nose. Eyebrows. Teeth, and maybe I'll go with this one, some like big old like canines or something. Get a big old scary looking ass. Alright, I'll make this a lot smaller. These like fangs coming down here. Just trying to make this tree look as demonic and fucked up as possible. Build up around that shit. Dig out that nose a little bit more. Down here. I don't know if I like it. I'm gonna see what happens once I get it flowing the right way again. If it feels better to me, it just doesn't feel, it feels kind of goofy compared to the other ones I've done so far. out farther. Give it really angry eyebrows. Definitely put another one over here somewhere. Maybe even one or two more. Probably get one down here. Just a nice anguished face.
Is hot sleep keeping you awake? The Tempur-Breeze mattress is designed to keep you feeling cool and comfortable all night long. Because
really
only the
big sad
Tempur-Breeze
eyes.
is made with our one-of-a-kind cooling technology
Oh, yeah.
that pulls heat away from your body.
Oh
to help
yeah,
you
how'd
sleep
I get
cool. No more
frozen in this
sweating all night
tree?
or
I'm so
blasting the AC.
sad.
Just deep, undisturbed
Look at
rest.
them sad
Shop our
eyebrows
Labor Day
too.
sale and save up to $700 on
Anguish.
select adjustable mattress sets
Sadness,
only at Tempur-Pedic.com.
anguish. Yeah, look at that. Look at that shit. And then same thing. I'll just blend it back into the rest of the tree. Some really big clay strokes over the top of the face I just sculpted. There we go. This one's starting to get hidden a little bit, so I might just hint at this a little bit more. Dig that eye back out a little bit, but yeah, I know we got some scary faces, some sad faces. Got that big demonic looking shit on this side. I feel like we need something right here, and maybe this could be like a really extreme, like distorted face. So maybe I'll start with like a really long, curved nose, and I'll make it even more. I'll make it like really follow the tree. So maybe I'll do something like this, right? Just bring out like a nose type shape. And then I might even have the eyes be kind of like melting with the nose for this one. This is gonna be just like a really distorted, weird. I'm gonna go with a really big clay brush. Start digging out those teeth. I should keep it with a small brush for a while. King Julian, Pizza AO5, welcome, welcome. Let me know if y'all got any animation or game dev questions. I'm just sculpting a demonic ass tree right quick. Yeah, so this is more like, this is kind of looking like that nun's mouth, all jagged and sharp and shit. Right, this looks like the face of something getting tortured. I'll even pull that nose out further. Let's do some real scary shit. Nose further. Kind of looks like those eyes are like bleeding, and I like it. almost reads as a face, but like not quite. It just really looks really like tortured and fucked up, and I like it. I'm here for it. So I might even I might push it further. I'll hollow out the eyes a little bit more. Just really dig out those eye sockets. Yeah, and then I can give it an eyebrow too, and maybe I'll even give it like a sad, like a really long, melting sad, just so it kind of follows the rest of the face. Yeah, that looks fucked up. That looks like there's straight up a demon trying to escape from the tree, which is what I want. Nice and spooky. It's alright, we got this scary skull face, we got this really fucked up face here, we got a face here, one there, one there. This guy still looks kind of bad to me. Maybe if I just fuck up this mouth more, like make this really small, and make this like several, like dozen jagged teeth instead of just like the 4 like big one. Just make it more like a really like gnarly, a real gnarly maw instead of the goofy pussy shit I got going. I wonder if I can do something with the eyes to make them scarier too. Maybe the eyes like also kind of follow the eyebrows. Yeah, something like that. Looks a little bit scarier. Just keep making this mouth nice and gnarly, gnarled and fucked up. Yeah, there we go. That looks more. That looks a little bit scarier. I'm gonna smooth this because those are getting all fucked up. But
Wow, it's you, the Capital One bank guy.
That's what they call me.
yeah, that looks a lot better. And then I'll just grab some big strokes over the top of it to not ruin the flow of the tree.
Wow, that's a keeper. So, where are you heading?
I'm off to spread the good news that Capital One helps
So I
people
think
keep
I
more money in their
definitely
wallet with no
need.
overdraft fees.
Oh, you're the best Capital One bank guy.
Hey, mind if I get a selfie?
I think I still need like one more
Capital
face
One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply.
through
See
here.
CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One and a member FDIC.
And maybe this one can be, it can be like this one, like kind of like stretchy and distorted, but it'll be like angry instead of scared. I think that'll be the last one. Before I do that, I'm just gonna go ahead and do a quick save next, save all this shit I've been doing. Alright. Hopefully this microphone is working for folks. First time using this instead of the normal setup, but yeah, we can just get one more. So same thing, I'll just start with a big crooked nose, and maybe I'll do this one kind of how I did this face, where it's like almost like drawn in like 3/4 view. Said really big. In fact, I think that nose needs to be further down the tree and maybe a little bit bigger even. Yeah, there we go. You get angry eyes that like melt. Give it a crooked bridge in the nose. Ball out the ball. This is kind of already making a nice little like cheek. so I can just give him a nice, mad, yelling face. Fake some laugh lines in there. In this case, scream lines. God, I could probably even do one more little one in here, maybe. Because that looks good. I just gotta blend it back into the rest of the tree. But yeah, now we're starting to get some real scary faces all the way around. Maybe we just do like a little one up here, kind of hiding in this crook. We do another little skull, so like use the crook as the nose. Eyes. Teeth. Lips make it really teeny tiny. Angry. Maybe I'll give this. I'm gonna give this skull some little devil horns even. Wow. Look at it, nice and scary, just wedged up in there. Kind of fucked up scary faces everywhere you look. Ooh, and look, these two eyes, this eye and that eye, almost make another face right there, so maybe I'll just throw in a little bonus nose. Ooh. Then we have that face, that face, that face. Yeah, we got all sorts of crazy ass faces in this tree. I wonder, maybe I'll just throw another one right here real quick. Oh, is that a hole in my mesh? Nah, it's not. But I should probably... I'm gonna duplicate this tree right quick and just remesh it. I might need to project details, but I'm getting pretty high in my poly count. So I'm gonna just, turn everything all the way up. Z-remesh it, see if I keep all those nice spooky faces when it's done Z-remeshing. If not, then I'll reproject those details, but yeah, y'all, this tree is starting to look wicked scary. I've been getting a little burnt out on this project, and I was like, I'm not gonna take the time to put the scary faces in the trees, but I decided to do it anyways. So, cause why not? Why not? Yeah, this is taking forever. Oh, what up? Mommy says I'm special. Hi, bestie. Hello, hello. We just doing some scary sculpting. Scary sculpt Sunday. Hopefully I finish it before the day's done. Yeah, that kinda messed it up, so we'll reproject. Alt S, turn off everything except for the trees, and then I can project those details, see what happens. So there we go, some of it back. I'll add a layer of subdivisions and just do that like 2 more times probably. Yeah, you can see we're starting to get all that back. The difference is now I have subdivision layers I can work with. So I can go down to 100,000 polygons, or I can go up to 1.8 million. Yeah, and we got all those spooky faces I just carved into the tree back. So, come on, internet, don't fail me now. I'm thinking I might try to hide. This is a little bit too heavy-handed. I'm gonna just hide it a little bit more. I'm debating if I want to hide like 1 or 2 more faces in here. I could try to do what I did back here, where I used these eyes to make another face. Maybe I'll use this eye and this eye to try to make another face, and this one's gonna look really fucked up. It's gonna look gnarly, and maybe I'll give it like a huge blocky nose. I haven't really used that nose shape yet. Something like that. I'll hollow out this eye a little bit more so it kind of works on both. Yeah, and look, this eye is down here. It's almost like a Picasso drawing, or like, I don't know, this guy's face got melted with hot soup or something. And then we can do, maybe we'll give him even like a weird mouth too. It's like a crazy mouth shape. It's almost like drunk or something. Faces are kind of melting into each other. I like it a lot. I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of blend it back in with everything else. There we go. So I could probably do another one. Well, maybe that's good. Maybe I don't push it further than that. Definitely hide a few more, but I think that's good enough. So I am gonna go ahead and delete our original tree base. I don't think I need it anymore. Let me actually just see how close these are. This is the original. This is the new one. Original. Yeah, we kept all those details. So I'm gonna grab that original and just delete it out of here. We don't need it anymore. And then I'm gonna turn everything back on. Turn off solo mode. Yeah, look at that. You know what'd be cool, actually, is if we got a face, like something really strong right here, like a nose, to break that silhouette, and like something on the other side too. So I will do at least 2 more faces in this tree. I've just decided, now that I'm considering it in the context of everything else. So I want like a nice, like I was saying, like a nice profile to break up that silhouette right on this curve. I think that's gonna look fucking sweet. I think that's gonna look really cool. So I'll just start by kind of roughing out a nose. I'll give it a nice little break, make it a nice, like, gnarly, crooked nose. Alright, this tree's been in a couple fights in its life. Frodo fucked these ends up on the way through. And then I'll just go ahead. Maybe a really strong brow too. Yeah. From both sides probably. Go. Maybe I'll give it like a pretty strong cheekbone too, why not? It's kind of giving like old man vibes right now, so maybe I'll, instead of doing a mouth, maybe I'll just push that and this will just be like a mustache that turns into a beard. Be a little bit more flowy than that. me. Let's kind of do that all the way around. Now look at this. This is already naturally kind of making another nose. So I might just make this an eye and add a little eye right there. And then we get a whole other face right there, sort of. And it turns into this thing's eye pretty naturally. But yeah, now we kind of got this old man. I actually want it to be breaking the silhouette even more than that, so I'm just gonna make this nose like so dramatic. Well, something like that. Yeah, now when I look at it from the side. I'd probably break that down a little bit. I probably pushed it a little bit too far, but something like that. Yep, and then I'll just take a big old clay brush and go over the top, kind of blend it back into the rest of the tree. And there we go. Yeah, now no matter where you look, just faces all over the place. Just all kinds of faces. I'm gonna go ahead and push out this bonus face a little bit. Make it a little more distinct. Yeah, buddy. And then, like I said, I think it'd be cool to have a pretty strong face coming out of this side. So like right here, I think we're gonna make a nose. And really push it out. I can give it kind of a mouth too. Give him some nice pretty lip shapes. Probably the same thing. I should probably try to make it like screaming or like anguished looking. And I'll give it like big melty eyes again. Maybe I'll pinch that in a little bit. Yeah, make it even a little bit more nosy. Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. I might even, this thing really wants to be a face. It's so nice. Kind of wrap it around the tree a little bit and even like, I could probably even give it some like hair, to be honest. But put those bottom lips way down here. Just hollow all that out. Make it so it's like really screaming. There we go. Yeah, now it's tortured faces everywhere you look. Big ol' scary tree. That is quite a few of them. I'm probably about to call it.
Welcome, Sunshine Meadows.
Oh shit, what up, Sunshine Meadows? Congratulations on getting raided. Thank you, dude. I appreciate it. My internet crashed like 30 seconds after I got raided, so I lost everybody from the raid. Like literally like the second I got raided, my fucking internet crashed completely and I lost the stream. Yeah, pretty good shit, man. Pretty funny. I'm gonna turn my background music down a little bit. Yeah, disappointing stuff, but what can you do? My internet provider down here is Spectrum, and I actually just got them. They sent me a free Wi-Fi extender because the coverage wasn't like really hitting my whole house, so I just set up a whole new like a little like X-Fi extension pod thing, and it still fucking crashed on me even with that thing running. But it's all good. Can't be helped. I was like low-key tilted in the moment though, I'm not even gonna lie. I was trying to keep it calm, cool, and collected for the stream. But inside it's just like, are you fucking kidding me? Ain't no goddamn way. I get my first raid and just crash within less than 2 minutes. But hey, still cool that I got raided. I don't even know what that means. You're not speaking my language. I don't know what a coaxial cable is. But yeah, I've just been hiding faces all up in this tree to make it a little bit scarier. Make it a more intentional part of the piece. Oh, it's like the old TV cable, bet. God damn, I think I'm about done with that tree. I think I'm about sick of it. Go finish the other shit. Just get everything nice and rough again. It got a little too smooth along the way. And this might be too thin. I want to make sure. Make sure it's all printable. I think we'll be alright. First Chimp, aka Chimp the Pimp. Welcome to the stream. Thank you, I appreciate it, man. I actually just did this whole tree in like 30 minutes. Well, I had the base of the tree, but I sculpted all these faces all the way around the side in like 30 minutes. I've just been real quickly kind of faking them in there. Doing some like scary ones and some like screamy ones. This guy actually doesn't look scared enough, I don't think. Maybe I'll give him some sad eyebrows. Yeah, there we go. And make this a little bit more of a frown. Yeah, this tree actually went pretty quick. It's kind of been like the easiest part of all of it, to be honest with you. Just real fluid and fun. How's the classes treating you? How's the new quarter coming along? Also, I'm gonna be in town in like days. I'm gonna be in town in like a matter of days. We gotta link up for sure. Oh shit, I see we got a few people watching on YouTube. What up, what up? Let me know if y'all got any animation or game dev questions. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Just drop your questions in the chat. Fuck, my clay brush keeps fucking my shit up. Keeps breaking my geometry, hitting those back face masks. Son of a bitch. I'm gonna just grab like a pinch brush maybe. Pull it all in that way. I'll just fucking leave it alone with that clay brush. if I deflate it. Oh, you got a new job? Ooh! That's sick, bro. I'll be in town before the 8th. So, I'll be there. I get there late on Thursday, which is the 4th. And then the 5th and the 6th, I'm like free to do shit if you want to do shit. So, on the 7th, I'm not available, and the 8th, I'm flying back to Georgia. Georgia. So excited to hear about this new job. What could it be? Alright. Now, ladies. Yeah. Snap me. Tell me what your new job is. I have to know. I need to know. I don't think I've snapped you yet today either. I'm gonna get real meta with it. I'm so curious. I'm so curious. Hopefully I don't get demonetized for this remix. I got demonetized for the Baby Keem remix the other day. Hopefully they don't dock me for this shit too. Alright, I pretty much just need to place the hands and do something with this arm. This is still just a puffy tube of shit. Maybe I could do that next. Or even just solo it, look at that. Yo, welcome, yo. Great name. Oh yeah, that's all under the head. I can fix that without worry. Whoa! Yeah, definitely fix all that. So it doesn't cause us any problems when we go to Dynamesh. I'm so worried about Boolean all these teeth in. I think shit's gonna get really wonky on me. But we gonna find out. One thing at a time. One thing at a time. And the next thing is this dress. So you can see I have way more cloth on this one, so I might start by just, let me think about what this would be doing. Probably flying up like that a little bit. And I'll pinch it out of the way of the rope. We just have to make sure that actually reads like empty cloth and not like bicep, because so that'd be a fucked up bicep. Yeah, so all this down here is gonna be skin tight, and that's gonna be what I really need to pay attention to carving out. So I'm gonna grab my cloth ball brush, shortcut BCD. Go through, let's turn on solo, or at the very least let's turn off this goddamn tree, dude. Turn off the base plate too. That thing is just forever in my way. And I might, nah, I want to just delete that base plate because I have to make a new one anyways, but I like the size and shape of it, so I don't Oh, do I not have enough? Okay, alright. So... Damn, do I have more subdivs on this fucker? I want the... Yeah, I want the simulation to be skipped. And it wasn't skipping. I'm surprised it was still trying to run a cloth sim with like 110,000 polygons, but it was going for it. The fucking... Your pec runs like... all the way up onto the top up there. All this can get way thin. Just hollow that out. There we go. Now it's starting to look like a piece of cloth hitting an arm underneath. Same with all this. We can. One thing that always kind of works is if you fake arm cloth wrinkles to try to what the fuck is this called? This arm that this muscle that rotates from behind your elbow to like up to your wrist, your supinator. If you kind of put wrinkles wrapping around the arm the way that the supinator follows it, that's kind of a good way to quickly add some like believable tension wrinkles to your clothes. You can see I already did it on the priest, like these little wrinkles that follow the twist of the forearm are just a really easy cheat. Anytime you have long clothes that go over the whole body, they tend to kind of scrunch up where that thing moves. Bring this down. Can really bring it down where that elbow is. That should all get pretty tight up in there. I'm gonna use a smaller brush. And actually, these might get some real subtle compression wrinkles, which are just like little like Y shapes and S shapes. So we could do just something like that in there, where that elbow's scrunching up. I'll try to taper it out a little bit more gently. And then yeah, all this will come down too. Maybe we get one that kind of... It's kind of like a tension wrinkle leading into that compression wrinkle. Something like that. Cool. All this, I can actually probably make some like compression wrinkles up where this is scrunching up. And then definitely like same thing over here. Yeah, and then we just get the sense that those are like big loose sleeves. I almost don't have enough geometry, and I'm starting to get to the point, like I'm already at 2.3 million, so I'm definitely going to go ahead and remesh this, but first I'll smooth it out. I'm going to have to come in and re-sculpt it a little bit after I mesh it. I think all this can just be a little bit, yeah, a little bit looser. Sculpting wrinkles into these crazy ass dynamic poses has definitely been like one of the biggest challenges so far. I think I nailed it the way the cloth is lying against the legs. I think I actually did that like pretty believably for the most part. But it's just been tough. I can knock this down a little bit. It doesn't need to be so extreme. And I need to do, anytime I do tension wrinkles, I want to have at least like 2 running next to each other. Take it all the way to the sleeve, why not? Maybe I do add one more layer of subdivs. Fuck it. Fuck it. And up here, these are all gonna be compression, so I can try to get some like X and Y shapes. That's kind of how you sculpt compression wrinkles. You just kind of make like little X's and Y's and then go in and kind of feel what the wrinkles want to do from there. At least that's how I do it. I'm not gonna say that's how it's done necessarily, because what the fuck do I know, but it seems to work out alright for me. This can kind of run up against that one. Those, I don't really like what's happening there. Like, all that's too intense, so smooth it out. But yeah, we're getting all that fabric kind of bunching up. Where the sleeve is flying up is what I want to show. I'm gonna dig these wrinkles out further and then pinch them together. I think that'll look pretty nice. Just pinch all that shit in a little bit more. This, we probably get a real prominent bony moment right there. And honestly, you'd probably be able to see that one a little bit too. Yep, we'll just kind of push that elbow out. Maybe taper it out. Doesn't need to be quite so extreme, but I do think we would be able to see it. I can probably just keep following this twist with my tension wrinkles. Smooth some of this shit definitely, I think, I could pull this up against the wrist a little bit more. Like, all that's gonna be right up tight against the bottom of that arm. And this can be a little bit looser by the same token. And some of this might even need, like, pulled in a bit. Everybody popping in, let me know if you got any animation or game dev questions. Any questions about what I'm sculpting? Hello, Miss Dragon Puppets, I appreciate the hearts. It means a lot. Let me know if you got any questions about this work. This all got a little fucked up, huh? That shirt. I'm gonna do all that. Try to fix that without destroying everything around it. Some of this crap while I'm looking at it. Let's make some of these clothes a little bit nicer. I'm ruining some of those seams. I gotta be careful because I worked really hard to preserve those seams this whole time. I want to make sure they catch light when I print. What up, Rocio? What up, that Fox? I might even, instead of using the cloth ball, I might just come through and use my standard brush. Otherwise, let's turn our mouse average up to like 6 at least. Jesus. It's looking fucking horrible. Yeah, what I want is just a section of lumpy fucking balls running through the cloth. Why would I ever default to that setting? That's crazy. Let me just deflate this. That shit got wonky. I'm just gonna keep going in with my standard brush for a second. Sculpting some of these out a little bit more. I've been using the cloth ball for the most part this whole time just because I really like that brush for sculpting out wrinkles, but I think I got it close enough now. I can actually just come in with my regular default standard brush and push some of these a little bit further. I might even come back here and make some of these a little bit more dramatic, just because the ones on the other side are so dramatic. I just want to be careful because I really like the way this one is flowing already, and I don't want to mess that up. Same thing, though. The cloth should be, well, let me think about what gravity's doing. Yeah, the cloth should be right up against that wrist. And then we can even puff that up a little bit, maybe. Same thing over here. I'll puff the top of this up just ever so slightly. It's just gonna be right at the end there. Nice poofy sleeves. Yeah, y'all, we're getting pretty fucking close. We're getting pretty fucking close. Ooh, I got it. Sculpt. I gotta text my little brother back. It's big news. That's so awesome. My little brother just got his first job post getting his schooling. I'm so proud. Someday I too will have a job. I had a job. Some of y'all might know this already. I had a job, and now I'm just on workers' comp because I tore my shoulder. I have a lesion in my labrum. Really fun stuff. Really super fun stuff. I've just been fighting workers' comp every single day for like 3 weeks to move the process along. We get in there slowly but surely. Slowly but surely. Oh, please don't be a hole in my mesh. Whoo! I thought I had a fucking hole right there. I was gonna be so mad. We all good. Anywhere where it's just like kind of like lumpy, like lumpy balls. I'm trying to get that out of there. This got all messed up, so I'm gonna see if I can get back. Like, alright, those are the pants. Alright, that's the belt. Belt loop, just kind of quickly get some of those back. A little separation between them. I might even just push that out. Look at that, nice and tucked in. Huh? Alright, y'all. I am going to fake it so that these hands are actually like going into the dress a little bit. So I'll just hollow out where the hands insert. And I just did that with my clay brush real quick. Held down Alt and dug it out. And maybe I'll even, if I do something like this, I won't even have to sculpt out the wrists. I just have to have it like look like the hand is actually going in there. Same thing, I'll bring this down a little bit. Like that right there, that's probably enough. Oh, it looks like I also did not finish smoothing out this thumb after I posed it. Let me fix that. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that little fucking seam I left down there. Like an amateur. Oh yeah, look how gnarly that would have got. Whoops. Honestly, something like that might just like do it for me. I can pull this up and like pinch that edge a little bit, but that's, I mean, I'm buying it. It looks like that hand is going into that dress. Grab my standard brush, I'm just going to sculpt out that little wrinkle a little bit more. Take it all the way to the edge. Same thing here. Fuck yeah, look at that shit. That's what I'm talking about. What up, Cheese Phillip? I feel pretty good about what's going on around these feet. I actually don't think I need to fight that much more. God, we're getting so fucking close. I think the last... I've said this like 5 times, but I really think the last thing I have to sculpt are Homeboy's hands. And I think after this guy has hands, I think I can merge everything and get it ready for 3D print, which is so exciting. That's like what we've been working towards this entire time. Am I gonna take the time to apologize and UV unwrap and paint all this? Honestly, the odds are not very high at this point. I'm kind of tired of working on this and have other shit I need to be doing, but we'll see. Maybe some point down the line, because I don't know, I'm really happy with the sculpt, so this could be a really cool portfolio piece. It might be worth it to try to paint it and get some nice renders, but if nothing else, I could always just do like a clay material render of it and call it a day and show it off for sculpting purposes at least. But all that's whatever. Who cares about that while streaming? Let's get into the hands. I'm gonna go ahead and do a save next, just so I have everything I've done on a new file. Everything's looking good. Everything is looking good. These got a little janky, huh? I'm just gonna come in with my standard brush and try to clean some of that up. Come together a little bit sooner. This feels like I'm doing too much in there, maybe. Let me get away with just like one big fold like that. Oh yeah, I'm a lot happier with that. I can probably push this a little bit further in the same direction. Just push it like right in there. Seems like that would get pretty scrunched up. Maybe I even do something like that towards the back of the dress as well. Just push this all a little bit further. let's do these. Let's do these motherfucking hands. Shall we? So I already have pre-sculpted hands. And listen y'all, I'm probably gonna use these hands, these pre-sculpted hands, like 90% of the time. Because they're nice, they're really easy to work with. I did really strategic like poly groups, so they're easy for me to pose. So you're not gonna see me sculpting a whole lot of hands from scratch these days. I kind of wish I had done this one from scratch. I mean, I did do it from scratch, but I kind of wish I would have recorded it because you can see everything. That
Welcome
goes
is
into
status
making a hand,
equivalent sec
but
1 F1Q.
Okay, I'm gonna copy this. Come back over yonder. Shut this shit down. Go back to my priest. And paste this hand. It's way too big. First thing to change off the ripperoo. Just get it nice and small. Check real quick to see if he has cancer. Hand should be about that size. Great. Great. And this is the left hand. And I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna rename this left hand. And then I'm gonna duplicate it and I'm going to mirror it. And I'm gonna call the mirrored hand wherever it is. Over there. This will be right hand. Very nice. Just get it nice and close. There we go. Get these hands into place. You'll see I'll have to kind of sculpt those wrists in when the time comes. Just bring in some cylinders and sculpt them out. One thing I can do, obviously, all that's going to be a whole lot fatter. Use a much smaller brush, but I can fatten this baby on up. What? So just like that whole wrist attachment is going to be inflated. So I'll literally just grab my inflate brush and I'll probably even just bring this out a bit, scale it, make everything fatter. Palm will stick out over the wrist a little bit. I don't want to like lose that aspect. So yeah, something more like that. And I'll actually end up pinching the sleeve around the hand, I think. We just gotta make sure it's nice and like exactly where we want it. Just pull down the bottom a little bit. Move that up ever so slightly. Carve that back out. this actually needs to be grabbing on to that arm, and we can sculpt out some extra wrist if we need it, some extra arm. I almost want it like right there, right up against it.
Gator Light, from the makers of Gatorade. A specialized blend of 5 electrolytes and lower sugar.
I wonder, I might be able to just grab this and yank it on out enough to where I can sculpt a wrist onto it.
Rapid rehydration.
It might be better to just like add a new cylinder for the wrist, but I actually think if I remesh this, especially before I start sculpting on it, I can just use this. So I'll just keep yanking this down until it's in the sleeve, until there's a nice amount of overlap. Sick. Look at that. That's actually kind of making the extensor muscles like travel down the arm. That's kind of fun. I wonder if you can see mine. Oh yeah, you can see him there. Okay, and now we gotta pose these fucking hands. And there's not a super great way to do it. And is that arm too long, man? We're pushing it. We are pushing it. Let me grab this sucker and just do something like that. Oh yeah, alright. And then this will... I wonder if I just like pinch it from the middle, if I can get it to pinch around the wrist. Kinda. Yeah. Look at that shit. Hell yeah. Although it kind of ruined that crease, didn't it? Oh, whatever. I'll just carve it back. And that's gonna be what our Boolean is like. Make sure all that is like in contact. I'm even gonna just like, yeah, inflate the edge of this just so I know there's overlap everywhere. Because if there's any areas that aren't in contact, it's gonna give me a bunch of fucking headaches when I go to mesh it together. And like I said, I can just carve that crease back out. Sucks I lost all those like perfectly sharp edges I worked so hard to preserve once I started meshing everything together. And to be honest, I don't even know if I need to mesh everything together for 3D printing. Like, I don't know if the 3D printing software would just do that for me. But I'll be kind of sad if that is the case, because I spent so much time getting everything meshed together, but what is going on in his mouth? Look at that. Whatever. That's all gonna be supports I'm gonna have to dig out anyways. It's kind of annoying though, huh? Alright. Time to start posing this hand. For real. So I'm gonna start this is by grabbing my Z modeler and turning on mask by polygroup. And then I'll mask out the entire thumb, invert my mask, put my transpose handle kind of where that thumb, where the motion originates. And now I can open that thumb up. And then what I'll do is just one at a time, remask out part of the joints that I'm not using. So looks like we get a little tiny bit of a bend here, just a little bit, and then a pretty big bend from the last joint. So I'll just mask out, whoops, mask out this last group, move our transpose to the last joint, and boom, sink that in right up against our scary nun. Make sure it's nice and in contact. I'm gonna turn off polyfill for a second and then I can smooth all this out, and I'll just have to like re-sculpt the hands once they're posed. I do, at the very least, oh, let me get rid of my mask. At the very least, I'll smooth out the non-manifold creases I just created when I did that posing. I'll go solo mode for a second so we can actually see it. Yeah, you can see I just got to get rid of all that. And what's nice about the way I did these polygroups, when I pose stuff, it kind of naturally gives you the like crease on the underside. Completely fucks up the knuckle, don't get me wrong. Matter of fact, that's gonna be pretty close for us. Oh yeah, you can see like how thin all that got. So we can at least go back in, make it thumb sized again. And then I'll probably just take my clay brush really quick and like kind of add the knuckles back in. It's just really that big one there. And a big one there.
Kevin's Natural Foods. You're just 5 minutes from feeling like clean, protein-packed meals that taste as good as they make you feel. Get that clean-eating feeling with Kevin's Natural Foods in the refrigerated aisle.
I'm gonna move this dress down here in contact with the hand. We'll definitely want all that to be nice and right up against that hand.
Remember to ask for Botox Cosmetic by name. To see for yourself and learn more, visit BotoxCosmetic.com. That's BotoxCosmetic.com.
And I'll go ahead, after I pose these hands, I will go ahead and like add some modeling to this dress to where we can like see the compression of the hand grabbing against the cloth. But I'll do that after I get the fingers where I want them. So same thing, I'll just start by masking out the whole finger with my Z modeler. Pew, pew. Beep. Inverting the mask. Adding that sucker right there-ish. And then we'll splay this open, because if you're, if you're trying to catch a demonic nun that's falling on top of you, you'd, open up your grip. You wouldn't catch it like this, right? Probably something more like that, so. And honestly, this would actually probably either stay neutral or come back a little bit where it's actually catching the weight. So I'll rotate that one back. Mask up. So make sure I'm actually tapping it. There we go. And then these joints will actually be way rotated. And the same thing, mask out the next joint. Move our transpose, and then yep, and then I'll just go through, and I'll just go through at the end of each finger because it bothers me. I could wait until the whole thing's posed and then come through and smooth those out, but it just really bothers me. I like to fix the broken geometry as I go. And you can already see we're getting a similar issue as the last one, so I'll just reinflate that area back out. Maybe deflate some of that. Smooth out any overlapping geometry. Down here. And I'll probably do the pinky next and just kind of go back and forth. So do the pinky and then the middle finger. Make sure my mask is clear. It is. Grab my Z modeler. And I'll mask out the whole pinky to get started. Whoa. Our handles in such a fucked up direction. I'll try to get that aligned with the finger a little bit before I start using it. Alright, there we go. Whoops. Invert the mask. What the fuck is that? What is that shit? Let me invert that mask again. And solo this. There's there's a little piece that didn't get polygrouped properly. You gotta be kidding me. Damn, bro. Alright. Here's what we're gonna do then. I'm gonna, real quick, before I start posing this, I am going to mask out this, mask out that, and just hit Control W. There we go, get a nice color to work with. Okay, and now let's try that again. So I'll go ahead and mask out the whole finger. And hopefully we don't have any more problems like that. What sucks is I need to go fix that in the base file too. So that's going to be a problem every time I want to use this hand, but I don't need to worry about that today. Alright, so we get this all lined up, very nice. And then same thing, we'll just increase that splay a little bit. this, maybe this one can stay kind of straight. What I will do is make it bend back towards the middle finger a little bit, and I'll bend it ever so slightly, but not a whole lot. Same thing with that last joint. Just rotate it towards the middle finger a little bit and bend it ever so slightly, like so. So it's kind of a loose grip there. And we're gonna have like a pretty, it's like this basically. Like he caught it, turned, caught this thing jumping at him, and the pinky like hasn't quite made it over for support yet. And I honestly wonder if it should even be like touching the cloth yet, although it'll be easier for the printer if it is, so we can keep that. Alright, we'll do the middle finger next, so I'm gonna clear my mask, grab my Z modeler, and whoops, just go ahead and mask all this shit out. Okay, invert it, bring this way, line that handle up a little bit more nicely, and then yep, start to bend this. Actually, kind of the same thing as before. That first joint actually really doesn't need to be bending that much. It might even be counter rotating because the weight is pushing the finger back. It's kind of a weird angle because like really the weight is falling pretty nicely, like all right in here. But the forearm might kind of be pressing against that joint. I just can't decide. I'll rotate it back like I did the first one and just like trust that it will look okay. If it doesn't, I'll go back later and I'll fix it. Oops. Go ahead, just get this handle more in line with that finger before I fuck around and bend it. Nice. Yeah, we can do something like that. And same thing with the last one, so I'll just keep masking this out. Whoops. Grab the transpose. And get that last one into place. I can turn off the polyfill, clear my mask, go to solo, and smooth out the broken shit. Let's go in, sculpt some shit back in real quick. I'll do the same thing on this one. Smooth it out, just trying to give him some of those extensors back. Just that last one. And I think the other hand can be, it'll be kind of like it's like grabbing, but it's like missing. So it'll be like maybe the palm is like kind of up against the dress, but like the fingers aren't actually grabbing the arm. They're like, it's like they like kind of swiped and missed it, so like all the fingers will be like going past a little bit. I think that'd be really cool. And this one can be solidly in contact. Just about there, y'all. We are just about there.
En Brighton tenemos una gran noticia para tu tranquilidad. Todos nuestros clientes, ya sean nuevos o existentes, se llevan 3 años de precio bajo garantizado en cualquier plan con MyPlan. Además, llévate un teléfono nuevo al intercambiar cualquier teléfono de una de nuestras mejores marcas. Visita tu tienda Verizon hoy o habla con un representante en español al 1844-464-8796. Verizon.
Coming up on 2 hours. To be honest, all I really have left to do is the hands. And then meshing everything together. And I might just finish that shit off stream. We'll see, we coming up on 2 hours. Well, at the very least, let's finish posing this hand. So, turn my polyfill back on. Grab my Z-modeler. Mask out the whole finger. Whoops. There we go. Invert the mask. Place our handle correctly. Whoops. That's actually pretty close. Bring it back just a little bit like the other ones and curve it towards the middle finger just a little. Actually, no, I'll do it all on the subsequent limbs. This can actually splay in the other direction slightly. And then I'll mask out my next segment. Drop this here. Bring it towards our middle finger a little bit and bend it. Mask out this. Grab this. Bend it, rotate it towards the middle finger a little bit. Cool. Solo it, clear the mask, and then we'll come through and smooth out the non-manifold stuff. Definitely can come give him his knuckle back. That just like got completely ripped out of there. Knuckle, knuckle. Knuckle, knuckle. Extensor. Now, grab my Damien Standard, or even Maybe I'll even grab just my regular standard brush. I'll come down here and sculpt in those finger impressions. Oh no, that's not my damn standard. There's my standard. Make it pretty small. Just something like that. And we could even like pinch that back together. I'll just grab it even. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. Nice. There we go. Oh, maybe I do make the other hand grabbing that arm. We'll see. We'll see.
Get Labor Day savings now at the Home Depot with up to 35% off, plus up to an extra $450 off select appliances like Whirlpool that can keep up with your busy routine. Whirlpool refrigerators.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead.
Allow the storage and ice capacity for everything from school lunches to stocking coolers for sports practice. Celebrate Labor Day with savings on select appliances.
I'm gonna save this.
Offer valid August 21st through September 10th. U.S. only. See store online.
And then I want to change the name because I'm going to merge this none together, I think, real quick.
FDA approved for over 20 years. So, talk to your specialist to see if Botox Cosmetic is right.
We'll just call it like Mega Merged.
Remember to ask for Botox BotoxCosmetic.com. That's BotoxCosmetic.com.
And let's just see here. Make sure everything is in contact. And then we can go through and I'm gonna just make sure the inside of this hand is inflated to make sure it's in contact with the cross pretty much everywhere. I'm just gonna go in here and inflate some of that shit. Yeah, just to make sure it's all touching that guy. That should merge together pretty nicely. It's kind of the only one I'm worried about. I mean, this thing, we can, I'm gonna turn on back face masking, but we can come in and inflate down in here for sure. Maybe even grab it and yank it on in. Just want to make sure it's touching in most places. But yeah, it can be right up against the torso. Same thing in here. We can just make sure that's all. Just make sure it's all in contact. Same thing with like the face itself. We just want to make sure. Make sure all this stuff is. I'm just gonna inflate this and then push it back down. So I know it's just like barely in contact. I just want to make sure everything is touching before I dynamesh. Otherwise I'm gonna get all sorts of fucked up issues. Okay. Yeah, like all this. Come on now. Make sure all that shit is touching and doing the right thing. We can have that little flare up. Should be alright. Keep it down on this side. Just like barely touching. And everything else looks to be pretty solidly in contact. I am going to turning off that notification sound because it annoys the shit out of me. I do need to hollow out, whoops, in here again, just like the same as we did on the other side. Just kind of fake it like that hand is actually inside of the sleeve. So you can see, yeah, there we go. Like that. Holy shit, y'all. I'm gonna save this one more time as the merged 010. Yeah, replace it. And then I'll do a save as the mega merged. And now I'll go through and just merge all this shit. And dynamesh it and hope it all works. Now, this should all be one object. It sure is. And now, moment of truth. I'm gonna go ahead and dynamesh it at full resolution. Got some issues up here, look at that. What is the problem, I wonder? It's because that's not touching. That's what it is. I'm gonna, looks like this is still on its own polygroup, so I don't have to worry about the fact that I already meshed them together. I'm just gonna make sure this is in contact up here. And a little bit more down in here, even. Just pull it in nice and close. Just as close as I can. Just make it so everything's barely touching. Alright. Now... just pull all that shit right in. Try this again. Still got some holes up top. I wonder why. Is it still not actually touching?
Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like storing aches and pains.
Ah ha 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 ha, it's this guy.
Sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. Like the Purple Restore Cool Touch, now up to $500 off with a free adjustable base. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
Alright, let's fucking see about it. Still some holes in the noggin. So I try to close those holes. Let's just go close holes first. And now let's try this. I think that's the only place that's happening. is the good news. Not sure why, but here's what I'll do. I'm just gonna inflate all this. And I can come through and recarve it. Maybe, shit. What if I just grab only this piece and just grab just like only this piece. Just like anywhere we can't see it, yank it down. Still wants to give me fits up there. No idea why. See if I can inflate, re-sculpt. I got most of them.
Big game today and no way to watch it? Sling lets you do that with Day Pass. Get instant access to live college football starting at just $4.99. One Day Pass gives you 24 hours of non-stop action on ESPN and ESPN2. Want SEC or ACC Network too? Just add Sports Extra for $1. No contracts, no hassle, just pure unfiltered game day. Sling lets you do that.
His teeth actually stayed pretty nice, surprisingly. Just those holes in the head I had to fix. Those are so weird.
Dinner at 8, which he did, but it's now 7:30 and he's still on the 5. Good thing Mike has Grubhub Plus with Prime. $0 delivery fees, zero stress, zero rush. Dinner's covered, and so is his reputation. Free Grubhub Plus. It's on Prime. Additional terms and fees apply.
geometry. Check the mesh integrity. Only 6 edges. Fix mesh. Check mesh integrity. Alt A. Close holes. Yeah, sure. Sure, looking like it's just one big nice mesh. The only thing is I should have brought all that together more. Go all the way back. I don't know. Fuck me. Might go back before I dynameshed. God damn it. Fuck. So you know what's gonna work better. try this shit again. Yep, put all those holes back in the head, but at least all this is a lot nicer now. I filled all that in, yeah. So this really is the only fucking problem area, and I don't know why. I literally have no idea why, but just try to get all these mergeable. Pretty damn close. Hopefully that's fucking all of it. Oh my god, there's still one. Right there. Bastard. If anybody knows a better method than what I'm doing to fix holes in your Dynamesh, please let me know, because I hate this method. I don't know if there's a better way. I am happy to listen to fucking any suggestions at this point, because I don't like my method for doing it. Where I just inflate everything until it's all overlapping and weird, and then nice and intense again. Okay, I think this is all meshed together with no holes. Check mesh integrity, there's only 3 broken edges. Fix. Check mesh integrity. Awesome. And I wonder, just for shits and gigs, if I Dynamesh this again, it should just do it without issue. Not quite, eh?
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel.
Alright.
With Venture X,
Yeah,
you
I'm
get
happy with it.
access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
So that is all officially one nice boolean object. It's all coming together. It's all coming together. This got a little wonky. I don't know what the, oh shit, no, I want to keep that. That's the, there's the hands grabbing it. Like, my packet's so fucked up, but it's because of that. use a decimation master on this guy. But alright, yeah, y'all saw I just went through and merged this none together. Just made sure all my pieces were touching, and then merged my subtools and dynameshed them. That's going to be the process for the rest of this. I'm going to get this hand into place. And I'm going to redo the base plate. And after that, I'm going to print it. It'll be ready for print. So I think this will be the last stream I do of this horror sculpt, which is pretty exciting. I'll definitely do some kind of turntable render for it, at least. Probably just decimate it, throw on like a nice gray material, and do a quick turntable render. Maybe some close-ups too, we'll see. But I don't think I'm going to take the time to paint it, at least not anytime in the foreseeable future. I don't have time for other projects I need to be moving on. Yeah, so the only thing I won't be doing on camera that I still have to do is putting this hand into place and merging the priest together, and then merging everything in the scene together. And I might just fuck around while I'm here. I guess I could do this on the stream. I might just fuck around and try to get this none merged with the tree. So I'm gonna save, and then I'm gonna do a save next, just in case I fuck something up. I don't want to have to do that whole. Yes, this is my mega merged 01. Just in case I fuck something up, I don't want to have to do that whole none again. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna grab this tree, pull it into the none, and then I'm just gonna do a merge down, and then I'm gonna do an then I'm gonna do an Alt S, Dynamesh at full resolution, and then just make sure there's no holes in it anywhere. It looks like the tree came out okay, huh? Make sure she didn't get any holes back in her fucking head. Dude, I cannot believe how well these teeth are holding up. They're starting to decimate a little bit, you can tell. But for the most part, man, they really held up pretty well. This doesn't look like it made any holes. Made some weird little patches, and maybe I'll go ahead and do a close holes just in case, but oh, it did make little holes. But they're gone, they're filled. Yeah, y'all. Yeah, y'all. This is all one solid object. Let me make sure I didn't get any nonsense up where these merged. Nope, those merged really clean. That foot merged to that branch really clean. Fuck, we are so close. Oh my god.
Giving you real peace of mind. Because vacation is supposed to be,
Yeah, so we just gotta get that merged with the priest.
.com today to learn more.
The priest merged. Well, this and everything merged with the base plate. Once again, before I log off, today's music has been brought to us by Element, a really good friend of mine. Really interesting and varied discography. Please go check this guy out. I'm gonna go ahead and save this. Dog, look at that shit. Oh my god. I think it all started out as spheres, so just a bunch of spheres, and now look at it. Oh, it's one of the coolest things I've ever made. Okay. Yeah, that's it for this stream. I gotta take a break. And then I'll probably finish sculpting this off screen. And then I'll come back on and do a quick little 2D, and then I'm kind of done with my 2 big projects for the summer. It's kind of sad. Kind of sad, but also kind of cool. It's been a long time coming. Oh, I'm just so happy with the work I did on the tree today. I was really worried about how that was going to turn out and like how long it was going to take, but I really just went in and busted out like fucking 12 faces in a few minutes. This face looks kind of like it's smiling from this angle, so I'm gonna just go ahead and fucking yank that down. Just don't want to break the geometry. There we go. That's a bit more sad. This face is still my favorite. That's the most disturbing. Okay, alright. I'm just wasting time. Look at my work now. So, we'll go ahead save again. That should be it for now. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop streaming on Twitch and YouTube. Peace.